Just when we thought the commodity is going to have a boring summer, oil pops hard today. But while everybody's focused on oil, I want to focus on a stock that nobody's talking about right now, of a sector that's completely forgotten and bombed out. But this chart looks super interesting, perfect for watch list and to get in early before the masses. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day, your show for swing trading ideas for the coming days, weeks and month. So everybody's talking about oil, yay. It popped hard today because of the Trump tariff agreement with Europe, triggering, I want to call it fantasies of growth, and obviously the possibility of new sanctions against Russia energy exports. We will see about that. I would not put my money on either side based on Trump's announcements. We know how reliable those are. But that's what the market is talking about. That's what's hot, which is great. Because if that's hot and everybody's talking about, then we're going to look into a different direction. Because in the oil market, when everybody's talking about it, there's no edge for us. We want to go where nobody's talking about right now. That takes me to a sector that really is out of favor and that really nobody's talking about. But when this sector gets hot, it gets scorching volcano eruption hot. And that's the fertilizer sector. Nobody's talking about the fertilizer sector yet. Why? Well, because the ags really haven't participated, especially the grains, much in the commodity rally, which is normal. They usually pop at the end, the last stage, right? First gold, then copper, then oil, then the ags. So Nutrien is one of the big players in the fertilizing sector, and look at this chart. Look what we have here. It looks beautiful. The pattern that we love the most, the pattern we made so much money with in 2025. The basing pattern, we have the resistance of this bottoming formation that has been going on for a solid year in Nutrien. And we tried to break out, we failed. Now nobody cares about Nutrien at all. But let's look at the chart a little deeper and see what people are probably missing because they're just going to glance over this and say, fertilizers are not hot yet. Let me start with this. Look at 2020 to 2022, where Nutrien basically went up 6x. So this is what happens when fertilizer stocks get hot. Now, yes, on the daily, as you can clearly see, we're having a hard time getting over this resistance zone, and we are making lower highs. On the surface, that doesn't look so good. But if we connect the dots here, look what we're getting. We are getting a clear bull flag, and we are running right into the tippy top of it. Up move, consolidation, up move, bull flag. If we break to the upside, this coincides with breaking the upper end of the resistance zone, the same resistance zone that has kept the price in the bottoming formation since basically summer of 2023, so actually 2 years. This is a perfect setup for us for big risk-reward trade the following way. If we get in here after we break the flag and the upper end of the resistance zone, we have a lot of upside. I mean, are we going to go back to $117, $120, basically a double super fast? No, but it's possible, as we have seen here or here, when fertilizer stocks start running, they really run hard. And we actually saw it this year too, where we basically went from around 46 to 66 in about 2 months. Let's make it 3 months, 2.5 months. Split it right down the middle. So we have great upside potential when we get in after we have 2 confirmed breakouts. On the other hand, we can really limit our risk by putting the stop below the lower end of the resistance zone, which would then, or if you want to do it even more conservative, you do the short-term uptrend or medium-term uptrend, depends on your time horizon. For me, that's still the range, the very end of the short, what I consider short term, right? And we're out with a small loss, but we have all the upside. It's a really nice setup. The beautiful thing is that nobody's talking about the fertilizers yet. So if we put a stop buy order in here around 61.20, this range, if this is your type of trade, we should get filled at an attractive price. And at the same time, depending where we want our risk to be limited to, right, we can either put it like somewhere around here, 58.50 maybe, or down here around, I would go 56.90, 85, and we have on the other end all this upside. Now this is a nice trade that nobody talks about, and that's the important part. Why? Well, because if nobody talks about it, nobody is invested in it yet. And that's what we want, right? After 2 years of bottoming formation, fertilizers out, ag stocks are cold, nobody cares about the fertilizers yet. The major buy signals have not triggered. Why? Because the bottoming formation is not complete. Because the yellow area, the resistance area, has not been broken. So once that breaks, that's when the buy signals start flashing for the masses. That's when they want to get in. We want to be first on that, and we can be first. Why? Well, because we look at this chart, we analyze it now when nobody's talking about it. Let the masses fight it out on a really risky oil trade while we look at a juicy trade over at the fertilizer business that nobody's talking about. That's it for today. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. And if you like these information, if you like these type of videos, if you like to get information about stocks, areas, sectors that nobody's talking about, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see us on Friday. Bye-bye.